I'm Josh Graham from A Storm of Light.
You just returned from a Russian tour, right?
Oh yeah.
Is it the first time that you guys played in Russia? Or you?
We played in Moscow before, but that was the first time we were in Ukraine and Belarus. And
oh wow, it's a good time to be
St. Petersburg, yeah, it was pretty intense. In Kiev, we went downtown where all the riots just happened and stuff, and that was really intense. And
but despite that, people came to the concert, despite the madness in their country.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't near as many people as like the Minsk show, but I sort of was surprised that they were still having the show. Anyway,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we had already bought tickets sort of before everything happened, so.
And everything went smooth from the airport to the hotel, or was it chaos?
That was fine. We had the drivers were from Belarus, but they wouldn't come to the Ukraine because one of them was shot a few weeks before, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah. So we had to take a train to the border of Ukraine and Belarus, and then they would pick us up there.
That's quite some stories.
Yeah, it was weird.
Do you think there's any part of the world more appreciating of your kind of music? Storm of Light sound, or?
Yeah, it seems like we always do really good in cold northern places. Like Montreal, we do really well, and we've always done really well in Oslo.
It is said that you moved towards like a heavier and darker sound. Any particular reason, or that's just the way things went?
Yeah, just the way things were going, and I think we felt like we had covered a lot of the more melodic and prettier territory, and just sort of got back to stuff we listened to as kids, and just wanted to make it more focused and challenge ourselves playing, and I think the way to do that was to make it faster, more intense.
Do you feel more comfortable playing fast, or?
The set goes super quick now. I think when we used to play very slow songs, it seemed like it took forever, kind of. And this thing is just like we're trying to keep up with it, and then we're done. So.
Can you say a few words about Nation to Flames? What's the concept behind the album?
I don't know. We've had people say, like, I read so many weird things. Killing Joke, and our tour manager said Nail Bomb, which is.
Okay.
Do you remember that? That confused me. I don't know. I mean, our influences on it are kind of like old Discharge and even like Slayer and Ministry and that kind of stuff.
But is there a concept in this album, or some sort of, let's call it, message that you're trying to?
I mean, the lyrics. The lyrics and the record title are just sort of a frustration with the current status of the world, with governments and corporations sort of not listening to what's going on with the planet, and we've always been sort of environmentally political. So this one's more of a direct approach, I guess, on that ideal.
And what about the images that you're using as projections during your show?
Those are all extensions of the lyrical content, and with the new show, like, I wanted to do some more kind of graphic approach, rather than everything's been like very taken from news and documentaries and stuff like that. So this one I wanted to experiment with doing more. It's still politically and like lyrically based, but there's way more stuff in it that is just works with the music, and it's not really, it's just kind of graphic and playing with light.
Let's talk a bit about the story of the album cover.
The main idea is sort of destroying the icon of our country. I think the overall album is about sort of leaving behind the identity of everyone's country and focusing on things as a whole, as like a united entity. So the cover is sort of a young person burning the American flag, and a body like sort of like sacrificing all of ourselves to try to reach some different level of understanding.
But I think that person is quite young.
Yeah.
Does it kind of mean you have to do this kind of action when you're still young and pure? Or can you still do it when you're old and corrupted?
There was sort of a dichotomy of, like, I like that it was a young person, like an innocent person, that was leading the burning of the sacrifice of that, and then sort of also signifying that maybe someone young could actually come to bring a higher level of understanding across the world, but that sort of weird optimism.
Yeah. And when you're on stage, what kind of emotions do you leave yourself? How would you describe your mood?
I think when we're playing, I sort of like free counseling. get out a lot of aggression and anxiety, and hopefully give my wife a break.